કોઈને ખ્યાલ છે આપણે કયા પ્રોબ્લેમ વિશે વાત કરી હતી ECG મશીનના? The problem was we are not getting a good trace over the ECG paper, and for that the suggested cause of that problem, it was either the improper or insufficient heating of the stylus, or the second reason, there could be not enough pressure with which the stylus and the paper is connected. So that was the problem which was noted in the last lecture, and we have also seen the solution, how to remove that particular problem. And for that we have seen that either you can increase the heating of the stylus by increasing the power supply, or the second solution which we have seen, it was what you can do is you can get the enough pressure by just pressing the stylus over the paper. So that was the two probable solution which we have seen in the last class. So these are the steps, and this is the problem which I was discussing. The problem, it was the improper the means we are not getting a truss. So there might be heating problem, or there might be a problem of the pressure. So the solution also we have seen, take the heater voltage and use a stylus pressure gauge to find out whether there is a firm contact between the stylus and the paper you are getting or not. The next problem, or the next thing which we will see under the title of this faults and troubleshooting, the next problem is smeared trace. Smeared trace means you are getting a trace, but it is not the exact trace. Somehow you are getting a blurring effect, or somehow the trace may create smear of the around the baseline. Okay, so in that case, what are the probable causes? So the problem is worn stylus or incorrectly loaded paper. So if the paper is not loaded properly, or the stylus is worn because of the excessive usage, so you might get a smeared trace. So troubleshooting includes check paper loading, and if paper, check stylus for wear, fitting, or other irregularities. So check the paper loading, and if the solution you are getting, then it's fine. Else, go for this second check. It is the stylus check. Discussion about this problem is incorrectly loaded paper is one of the most common fault. So if you load the paper, as in the last lecture, I have shown the thermal recorder. And before continuing, I just would like to show how the paper is loaded, or where actually you find this paper. Clear? I will show you the, just a minute. I will show you that PPT where I have shown the paper. So see this figure. This is the actual picture of the ECG machine. So here you can see this is the paper, and the paper roller is over here. અહીંયા paper roller હોય. આ જે space દેખાય છે ને, this is the space where you are going to put the paper roller, and after that you just have to take one of the open end of the paper out of the roller, and then that paper should be passed between the two rollers which are placed over here, and somewhere over here you will have the stylus. stylus અહીંયા હશે. Clear? So if you load this paper incorrectly, then also you will face this problem. Okay, so that is the second problem which which is also the part of the common faults in troubleshooting process. Clear? This is what we have seen. Smeared truss, that is the second problem. Third fault is the poor recording. So what are the possible cause? Possible cause includes electronic or mechanical problem. It may be bad lead switch or input connector. It may be due to the bad patient cable or improper connection to the patient. These are the various causes. Troubleshoot is if these are the causes, you just have to find each and every cause, or you just have to provide a remedy to all these problems one by one. So first solution is place the lead selector switch in a standard and short all the electrodes together and press the 1 millivolt calibration button. In that case, if you are getting a normal pulse, that is a normal 1 millivolt calibration pulse, then the problem is the connection to the patient. Means there is a problem between the connection which you have provided between the patient and the machine. Okay, so there is a problem in this connection. If still the problem persists, repeat the step 1 using a patient cable that is known to be functional. If the problem clears up, then replace the bad patient cable. But if there is a problem with the patient cable, you just replace with a new one. But even after replacing the paper, if you are still getting the problem, then you have to go through the service manual for the troubleshooting, because it might be some internal problem. Clear? So these are some of the examples which, if you look at the previous university examination question paper, you always have one of these three questions. The first is lead configuration, the second is the block diagram of the ECG machine, and the third is the maintenance and troubleshooting of ECG machine. આ ત્રણમાંથી એક question, if you look at the previous university examination paper, you always find at least one or two. One to minimum છે. Sometimes they ask two out of these three questions. The last point of this ECG is ECG artifact. Artifact means the error. Artifact is generally called error. So ECG error, or the error in the ECG signals. If you look at this, we have listed 4 principal errors which encounters during the recording of ECG. The first problem is power line interference. This interference, as the name indicates, power line, it means the 50 Hz noise. Power line interference means it is the 50 Hz noise. Now this noise is caused by the lack of electrode jelly, or a loose contact, or patient with a moist or sweaty skin, or loose or broken power mains, ground, or certain other DC power supply problems. So these are the multiple issues, and because of these issues you will find this power line interference. Next ECG artifact is the muscle tremor. It is also called noise. It is also known as muscle jitter, or it is also called the somatic tremor. આ ચારેય એક સરખા નામ છે. So as the name indicates, muscle. So as we have seen while discussing about the human body system, whenever you want to move any part of your body, generally it is the musculoskeletal system which is responsible for the locomotion, or for that particular action. So while you are moving that, suppose I am moving my hand, it means the muscles which are connected to the bones which are there in the hand, they are the actual actuator which are responsible for performing that particular action. Clear? So muscle, whenever the muscle gets tremor means it is like આપણે ગુજરાતીમાં એને કહીએ તો it is called ધ્રુજારી, and English it is called vibration. Clear? So you are getting the vibration in the muscle which is involuntary. Sometimes it may be voluntary also. This is caused by the muscle bioelectric potential. Generally the solution is advise patient to lie still. એટલે generally patient સૂતો હોય તો થોડો પણ હાથની movement આવે, twitching આવે, બરાબર, તો muscle નું કોઈ contraction, involuntary voluntary contraction થઈ જાય, then also that results into the error. And if you are using this ECG machine on the patient for a longer term, at that time use some filters. So whenever you will get a muscle tremor, it has got some specific frequency which is outside the band of ECG signal. Clear? So use a filter which generally uh, stops this muscle induced effect. Third source of artifact is called lead placement, or it is also called the misplaced electrode. So as the name indicates, misplacement, suppose you have to connect RA, you have RA, LA, RL and LL, 4 electrodes. Now all the electrodes, if you look at the electrodes which are connected with the machine, all these electrodes have some colors and symbols. It is marked over the electrode itself. Electrode ઉપર લખેલું જો નો color હોય, suppose this is red, this is green, this is generally black, this might be blue. This is already marked. So the operator has to connect red to the RA only, green to the LA only, black to the RA and blue to the LL. But somehow if blue is connected over here and black is connected over here, then this is called the misplaced electrode. Plus OM minus, minus OM. Sometimes it may also happen that green goes to RA and R goes to LA. So then also it is called the misplaced electrode. So electrodes which are already have some colored as well as the symbols which are also marked over the electrode, electrodes are has to be connected to the patient accordingly. If there is any mismatch between this particular configuration, then that results into the lead misplacement or misplaced electrodes. Fourth effect is called the wandering baseline. So baseline is generally like this, but instead of that, if the baseline starts to go like this, it may go on positive side, it may go on negative side. So instead of getting stable baseline, the baseline either moves upside or it moves downside. Then this is called the wandering baseline. This is generally due to the patient movement. It is caused by the movement of electrode with respect to surface of the skin. So if the electrode moves or if the patient itself moves, patient ne electrode લગાવેલો હોય અને patient suddenly હાથ ઉપર કરે, so electrode is connected to the patient body through a electrode jelly. તો એના લીધે શું થાય, જે કોન્ટેક્ટ હોય ને એ કોન્ટેક્ટ ઉપર પણ electrode move થઈ જાય અને એ movement ના કારણે you will get a movement in the baseline. Clear? It is also due to the loose or poorly fitted electrode. If you look at the kind of effect which we are getting in our monitoring, you can see here. First is the power line interference. So power line interference is generally characterized by this. Here you can see that your baseline contains an extra component. Okay, so this is how the power line interference can be seen in the ECG signal. Muscle tremor. So here you can see the ECGs are normal here, but suddenly you will get some high frequency component. Okay, so this is called the muscle tremor or the noise. Third is lead misplacement or the
just hold on, as અત્યારે જ electricity ગઈ છે, તો just hold on. I'll just try to connect my mobile internet so that I can continue the lecture. So all of you stay in the meeting itself. I'll be joining soon, just 2 to 5 minutes. Electricity અત્યારે ગઈ છે એટલા માટે બ્રેક થયું છે. So just hold on.
Okay, am I audible? કન્ફર્મ કરજો કોઈ, અવાજ આવે છે મારો?
Yes, sir.
Okay, done. Okay, so this is what we were discussing. Lead placement or the misplaced electrode. So here you can see that if the leads are misplaced, here you can see your P wave, your QRS complex, and the T wave is inverted. દેખાય છે ને, the P wave and QRS complex, everything is inverted. ઊંધું થઈ ગયું છે. P wave ઉપર આવશે આ રીતે, QRS complex આ રીતે, and પછી T. So here it is inverted because you have misplaced the electrode. And the last source of ECG artifact, it is called wandering baseline. So here you can see, instead of getting a stable baseline, generally 0 ઉપર આવી રીતે આવી જોઈએ, but here the baseline is wandering. રખડી રહી છે આગળ પાછળ. Wander એટલે રખડવું. So instead of getting a stable baseline at a 0 position, what you are getting is, you are getting a wandering baseline. Clear? So these are the 4 sources of artifact in case of ECG. So that is all about ECG. So till now, whatever we have seen, so that is all about the ECG. So that is the end of our first chapter, which was allotted to me. That is the ECG and the means the electrocardiograph and the things which are related to that. Now we will continue our session with the next topic, and the next topic is about nervous system. So I'll just share that PPT with you. Okay. Now the next point or the next machine which we have to discuss, that machine is EEG machine. That is called EEG. EEG stands for electro. Second E stands for encephalo. That is encephalo. And G stands for graph. Clear? So likewise, the same instrument which we have seen ECG, it is quite similar to this EEG, but the purpose is different. ECG is generally used to record the electrical potential which is generated by the heart. While in case of EEG, we are going to use this machine to find the electrical activity in brain. Clear? So if you want to, again, if you want to see what happens inside the brain, then first you need to understand what is a brain, how the nervous system works, what are the different components of the nervous system, and what are the different types of the nervous system. Clear? So similarly, as we have seen in case of ECG, in ECG also we have seen anatomy and physiology of heart, cardiovascular system, and then we have ended with the problems related with the heart, and then we have switched over to the ECG machine. Likewise, in this case also we'll start with the structural organization of the brain, then we will see the functions of the nervous system, and ultimately we will end up with the certain problems which are associated with the nervous system, and then we will switch over to the EEG machine. બરાબર, same વસ્તુ આપણે પહેલા જોશું, anatomy and physiology of brain and spinal cord, and then we will end up with certain brain related issues, and then we will switch over to EEG machine. So what is the content of this? We will start with the organization of the nervous system. The smallest structural unit of this nervous system is known as a neuron. Yes, it is the smallest structural unit, which is known as neuron. Then we will see the structure and function of the central nervous system. We will see peripheral nervous system, and we will see autonomic nervous system. These are the types of nervous system. So before looking at the nervous system, let's take a look at what are the functions of the nervous system. Or before listing those functions, let's see how many of you can describe what are the functions of nervous system. Anyone wants to say anything about what are the functions of nervous system?
To send signals to the brain.
To send signals to the brain. Okay, good. Vijay, Priyanshi,
that receiving the information
okay.
and generating response.
Yes, good. Receiving the information and generate the response. Ravi?
Yes, sir.
Functions of nervous system. No idea. How is it that possible? No idea, because I am talking about brain. The idea arises in brain, and I'm asking about what are the function of brain. So your answer is no idea. It means idea is not coming to the brain. So does that mean brain is non-functional? Yes, Ravi. Anyone else? Do you want to say anything about what are the functions of nervous system?
So transmit a signal with any body part.
Yes, very good. Transmit the signals to different body parts. Good.
સર ચેતાતંત્ર એટલે આપણને કઈ ચાલવાની જે મૂવમેન્ટ હોય આંગળીની મૂવમેન્ટ એ બધા જે સિગ્નલ રિસીવ કરે પછી ટ્રાન્સમિટ કરે આપણા બ્રેન સાથે આખા બોડીમાં આપણું જે ચેતાતંત્ર કે નર્વસ સિસ્ટમ.
Yes, very good. So generally the main જે વસ્તુ કીધી છે બધાનું જો જોઈએ તો to sense and based on that to generate some response. So it's like a control system. The brain is generally a control system. My brain, because whenever you say nervous system means you are talking about the components of or the organs associated with the nervous system. First you have to look for that. કયા કયા organ છે જે nervous system સાથે જોડાયેલા છે. The main organ is brain. And the second organ is spinal cord. These are the two main organs. Just a minute. Okay, so there are two main organs. One is brain and second is spinal cord. So brain is, earlier we used to say brain is your CPU, your central processing unit. So it processes every information, everything arises, the idea, whether you have the idea or whether you do not have the idea, that answer also arises from the control center. Your response to any situation arises from your system. That response may be a physical response, or it may be a verbal response, or it may be some action. That also arises from your brain. So that is all about the external environment. તમે એમ કીધું કે ભાઈ external કોઈ information આવે તો એને process કરે અને એના based ઉપર it will generate a control. But the same thing is also possible in case of internal environment. Your internal environment of the body is also controlled and maintained by this brain. When to generate the higher amount of energy, when to drop the energy, when to start the heart, when to generate the heartbeat at a faster rate, when to slow it down. Clear? So that everything is controlled by this brain. Clear? Or your hormonal activity is also controlled by the brain. So brain is generally responsible for controlling the external environment as well as the internal environment of your body. Clear? And that is by means of sensing and by generating some control action. That is the simplest way of defining the functions. Let's see one by one each. So as you have mentioned, the first function is sensory function. So it gathers the information both inside. This is very, very important, as well as outside. So body ni andar there are sensors which are available. Those sensors, some are called introspective sensor. Introspection means to look within. Introspection means to look within. Clear? So it will look inside your body and then it will try to balance the condition. બરાબર જ્યારે બહાર એટમોસ્ફિયર ની અંદર ઠંડીની સિઝન આવે, ગરમીની સિઝન આવે તો જેમ બહારનું એટમોસ્ફિયર બદલાશે ને એમ ઓટોમેટિકલી યોર ઇન્ટરનલ એન્વાયરમેન્ટ વિલ ઓલ્સો ચેન્જ. બરાબર ઠંડીની સિઝનમાં તમને એવું લાગે કે બોડી જે સ્કિન છે સ્કિન તમને થોડી ગરમ કરી દે. હાઉ? બાય જસ્ટ અલાઉિંગ the flow of blood to the peripheral arteries at a faster rate. So that is also decided by your brain. So it means based on the outside condition, the internal environment is balanced, and for that also it needs a sensor. Clear? So there is a introspective sensor and there is a sensor for looking at the outside environment. Extroception or proprioception, that is another word. Second thing is called, the second function is transmit the information to the processing area of the brain and spine. Yeah, these are your processors. Brain is your central processor. Your spine is also another processor. It is called secondary processor. The main processor is brain. while spine or the spinal cord, it is also called the secondary processor. So nervous system is also responsible for transmitting this information from your sensory organs to the processing unit. It processes the information. Brain and spine is also the part of nervous system. So that's why processing is also done by this nervous system. So that is the integrated function or the function called integration. Based on that, it sends the information to the muscle. So as some of you has told, it is for the locomotion or performing certain action, glands. So it is your endocrine system, or it may send it to some organs so they can respond appropriately. So this function is called motor function. This function is called sensory function, and this function is called motor function. In addition to that, it also controls and coordinates all essential functions of the body, including all other body system, allowing the body to maintain homeostasis or to delicate the balance. Homeostasis means maintaining the internal environment of body. Clear? So sensory function, then transmit the information, process this information, and accordingly generate the action. આ ચાર તો એના main function છે. But other than that, જે બીજા essential function હોય, everything is performed by this nervous system. So if you look at the nervous system, there are two major divisions of the nervous system. First system is called central nervous system, that is called CNS. Brain and the spinal cord, this part. These two organs are the part of CNS, central nervous system. And બે part છે. Sorry, the brain and the spinal cord. Second is the peripheral nervous system. So as the name indicates, periphery. So the information which is available, say at the tip of your finger or at the tip of the finger in your leg, that information will be carried from here to your central or nervous system through system of nerves. Those nerves are called peripheral nerves. Central nervous system ne information લઈ જવા માટે જે nerves વપરાય છે, એનાથી જે system બને છે, that is called peripheral nervous system, or that is called PNS. There are two types of the nervous system or the major division of nervous system. One is called CNS, that is called central nervous system, and second is called PNS, that is called peripheral nervous system. Clear? So if I look at the sensory organs, there in the body, can anyone tell me what are the organs which are called the sensory organs in our body? કયા કયા organ ને sensory organs કહેવાય? Yes, one by one. How many sensory organs we have? જય જોગી, કેટલા સેન્સરી ઓર્ગન હોય બોડીમાં? કેયુર? કેયુર?
Sir, may I?
હા બોલ પ્રયાગ.
Sir, કેટલા હોય ઈ number તો નથી ખબર, પણ eyes, ears and nose are some of them.
Okay,
Skin,
good.
mouth.
Skin, mouth. Okay, good. Okay.
5 હોય સર.
5 હોય, yes. You must have heard about a movie called Sixth Sense, or you must have heard about a word called Sixth Sense. એવું સાંભળ્યું છે? છઠ્ઠી ઇન્દ્રિય, Sixth
Yes,
Sense.
Yes, sir.
બરાબર? It means sixth is something which is not common. It means the common thing is 5. છઠ્ઠી વસ્તુ ક્યારે કામ કરે? જ્યારે 5 વસ્તુ કામ ન કરતી હોય. કોઈક વ્યક્તિ એમ કહે કે ભાઈ મારી છઠ્ઠી ઇન્દ્રિય, મારી સિક્સ સેન્સ એવું કહે છે કે આ ન કરાય અથવા આ કરાય. It means the basic things are 5, and sixth is something which is over and above the normal thing. So as one of you has rightly mentioned, there are 5 sensory organs. First is eye, through which you can see. Second is ear, through which you can hear. Third is nose, through which you can smell. Fourth is tongue, through which you can taste. And the fifth one is skin, through which you can perceive. Clear? You can perceive your external environment. You get the sensation about your external environment by means of the skin. બરાબર? Skin ના ઘણા બધા function છે. So these are called the 5 sensory organs. So whenever you say or whenever you see anything through eye, that signal, that vision information does not go directly to the brain, but it is carried by the PNS or the peripheral nervous system. આના through એ જશે. If you hear anything, then it will not go directly to the brain, but it goes through a nerves. It is called auditory nerves in this case. If you sense anything, if you smell anything, then also the interpretation is done by the brain, but that information is carried by means of the peripheral nervous system. So PNS are generally used to pass the information from the skin or from the outside environment to your CNS. Clear? So that is just a medium by which you are transmitting the information, while the actual processing of that information will be done by the CNS. Okay, if you look at the major classification or the broad classification of the nervous system, so as we have seen, the first classification is CNS and PNS, that is central nervous system and the peripheral. Central you have brain and spinal cord. Clear? Brain and spinal cord. In PNS, it is again divided in two parts. One is called somatic nervous system and second is called autonomic. Somatic means the system which is voluntary in nature. Clear? Some systems which are voluntary. અથવા એને એકદમ ગુજરાતીમાં કહીએ તો ઈચ્છાવર્તી અને અનિચ્છાવર્તી. ઈચ્છાવર્તી means the system which you can manipulate by your own. એટલે તમે જાતે તમે એ સિસ્ટમ ને મેનિપ્યુલેટ કરી શકો ને, then it is called involuntary, sorry, voluntary. અને અમુક સિસ્ટમ એવી છે કે which works autonomically. You cannot do anything in that system. That is known as involuntary or autonomic nervous system, અથવા એને કહેવાય અનિચ્છાવર્તી. અનિચ્છા એટલે ઈચ્છા પ્રમાણે તમે એને વર્તવાનું કહી ના શકો. That is called autonomic nervous system. So voluntary system means relays the information to and from skin and the skeletal muscle. આ બધી આવે voluntary system માં. And if you say the involuntary system, these systems generally relays the information to the internal organs. Generally એવું કહી શકાય કે after doing some years of practice, it may be possible to slow down your heart as per your requirement. એવું આપણે કહીએ છીએ. ઘણા લોકો એમ કહે છે કે you can stop the breath by practicing. You can stop the breath say up to 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, but you cannot stop the internal process. ઘણા આપણા તમે કદાચ સાંભળ્યું હશે કે જૂના જમાનામાં ઋષિઓ તપ કરતા તો 15-15, 20-20 વર્ષ સુધી તપ કરતા. તો એટલો ટાઈમ સુધી તપ કરે તો અંદરની સિસ્ટમનું શું થાય? બોડી ડિમાન્ડ્સ એનર્જી, એને ફૂડ ખાવું પડે. પણ એ એવું કહેતા કે ભાઈ it is possible to lower the heart rate, it is possible to stop or slow down the internal process with the help of the power which they possess. But it is beyond our scope, it is beyond our imagination. So generally what happens is the internal process works at its own. Heart એની રીતે કામ કરશે. અત્યારે આપણે વાત કરીએ છીએ તો પણ શ્વાસ અને ઉચ્છ્વાસ, the ventilation process is generally going on. Clear? તમે જ્યારે ખાશો ત્યારે ઓટોમેટિકલી પેન્ક્રિયાસ અથવા ગોલ બ્લેડર હશે એમાંથી gastric juices નું secretion થશે જ. Clear? So that everything is not under our control. Clear? So those systems or those organs which are not under our control, those organs are communicating to the central nervous system through this autonomic nervous system. Clear? It is again a part of PNS. The peripheral nervous system નો જ part છે, પણ એના બે ટાઈપ છે. એક એવું કે જે external environment એટલે skin અને skeletal muscle માંથી તમને અહીંયા skeletal muscle, if you want to move your hand you can, if you want to move your leg you can, but you cannot stop the heart. Clear? So that is the internal organ. So the system which transmits the information from the internal organs to the CNS, that falls under the category of ANS or the autonomic nervous system, which is called involuntary, and the system which can be controlled, that falls under the voluntary nervous system or the somatic nervous system. Autonomic nervous system, je anichhavarti kidhu, that again falls in two categories. One is called sympathetic nervous system, and second is called parasympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system, it controls the organs in times of stress. Whenever you have sudden response, you want a sudden response from your side or from your system, at that time it comes from the sympathetic nervous system. And parasympathetic nervous system, it controls the organs when body is at rest. Jare body ekdam rest condition ma hoy, at that time control is delivered or it is possible through this parasympathetic nervous system. આપણે બધી ફરી વખત in detail આપણે જોઈએ. Okay, so we have seen main two divisions: CNS, that is central nervous system; brain. Brain is responsible for thought, emotion, and sensory processing. Spinal cord, it is a long, thin, tubular bundle of nerves that is an extension of CNS. Okay, it is an extension of CNS which comes from the brain, and it is protected by the vertebral column. જે મણકાની ઝાડ છે અહીંયા પાછળ મેરુદંડ અને સોરી મણકાની ઝાડ છે કે જેની અંદર તમારી સ્પાઇનલ કોર્ડ પ્રોટેક્ટેડ હોય, that is called vertebral column. ક્લિયર? એ જે મણકા છે એની આખી જે કોલમ છે, that is called vertebral column. Spinal cord is responsible for transmission of neural inputs between periphery and brain. બરાબર? એટલે જે બહારની પેરિફેરલ નર્વસ સિસ્ટમ માંથી જે ઇનપુટ આવે છે એ બ્રેન માં જશે, but that signal goes to the brain through spinal cord. It is a secondary controller. This is a main controller. Okay? So whatever signal goes to the main controller, it goes through this secondary controller. If you look at the spinal cord, it is a column of nerves which starts from the brain up to the tailbone. આને કહેવાય tailbone. પૂંછડી, આપણે કહે છે ને આપણા પૂર્વજોને પૂંછડી હતી, એમાંથી આપણે ઘણા લોકોને હોય પણ છે અત્યારે, but it is not visible. So this is called tailbone, the last bone. So it is elongated from the brain to the tailbone, and it is protected by this vertebral column. This is called spine vertebra, or it is also called vertebral column. અહીંયા અલગ અલગ પેર હોય એવી રીતે column. It is again made up of different, means it is divided again into 5 major types. That also we'll see. This is responsible for conducting impulses between the brain and the rest of the body. In this case, impulses may travel as fast as 260 miles per hour. The way or the speed with which the information will go from brain to the different parts of the body, or from the spinal cord to the different parts of the body, see the speed, it is very, very high, around 400 kilometers per hour. Second part is brain. It is a mass of 100 billion neurons which is located inside the skull. Here learning occurs as more and stronger connections are made between the neuron. Brain to hoya જ, but neurons are connected to each other. Neuron is the single smallest structural unit of the brain. And this is how you can see the neuron looks like. A neuron, clear? If you see, this is a neuron. Neurons, microscopic, it is a microscopic nerve cells that make up the brain, spinal cord and nerves. એટલે brain ગણો, spinal cord ગણો કે nerve, એ ત્રણેયની અંદર જે smallest structural unit છે, that is a neuron. If you look at the size of the neuron, it is like 30,000 neurons can fit on a pinhead. Pinny head upar you can fit 30,000 neurons. So it is very, very smaller. It is a tiny element and transmit the impulses at a speed up to 250 miles per hour. So let's take a look at how the neuron looks like, or what is the anatomy of neuron. Each neuron, it contains cell body. So if you look at this structure, this is called cell body. These are called the dendrites. This is the nucleus of this cell. This is called axon. And the axon of one neuron is connected to the dendrites of the other neuron through this synapse. A neuron કેવી રીતે હોય? One neuron is connected with the second neuron. So if this is the second neuron, then it is connected like this. But બધા neuron એકબીજાથી connected હોય like this. આનો axon હશે. Again that axon is connected to the dendrites. અહીંયા dendrites હશે. Dendrites સાથે connected. Even if this is another neuron, then the axon of this neuron is connected to the dendrites of the other. So this is how the neurons are connected to the each other. જેટલું bonding વધારે હશે એટલું learning occur થશે. So this is called axon. This is called dendrite. So let's take a look at each element one by one. Cell body, it contains the nucleus. Dendrites, dendrites are the fiber that receive the message from other neuron. Okay, so dendrites are also known as receiver. Okay, they are called the receiver. This is also the dendrite, but dendrite of other neuron. આ એક ન્યુરોન છે, એનો axon છે એ બીજા ન્યુરોનના dendrite સાથે connected છે. This is also the dendrites. So this is also a receiver. Axons are the fiber that sends the message to other neurons. So axons are also called the transmitter, through which you are sending the message. So whatever message come from here, it is manipulated, it is processed by this, and then it goes to other neuron. Through again dendrites, it passes to another neuron. So it keeps on flowing unless it reaches to the destination. Now generally what happens here also, you can see the axon of this neuron is not directly connected with the dendrites of another neuron. આ બંને વચ્ચે direct connection ન હોય, but there is a gap. This gap is also called synaptic gap. આ gap ને એવું પણ કહેવાય. It is also called the synaptic gap. Clear? So they are not directly connected, but the axon of one neuron is is there with the dendrites of the other neuron, but they are not directly connected. You will find a gap between them, and that gap is called the synaptic gap. Messages are sent across the synapses by special chemicals that is known as a neurotransmitter. So here there is a fluid. There is a fluid between the axon of the one neuron and the dendrites of the other neuron. So message which comes from here, that message goes to other neuron through this neurotransmitters. Now if you look at the types of neuron, then basically there are three types. One is called the motor neuron, second is called the sensory neuron, and third is called the relay neuron. The motor neuron means it sends the signal to your muscles to tell them to move. આપણે વાત કરી કે functions ની વાત કરી તો functions માં first function is sensory function. Sensory means to get the information from the outside world or from the inside. Clear? So that signal goes to your brain, and accordingly the brain generates the signal. And based on that signal, your the body starts to function, or the body has to respond. So that response is generally governed by the motor neuron, where the signal is taken from the brain or from the central nervous system and goes to your organ. In case of the sensory neuron, you are getting the signal from the organ. So here you can see whatever signal comes from the sense organ, it is recepted by this dendrites, and then it goes to the axon, and ultimately these are called the endings, nerve endings. Clear? On the other hand, if you look at the motor neuron, in the motor neuron, the signal is coming from the central nervous system, from the CNS, and ultimately it goes to the muscle. These are also called the nerve system. This is the axon. This is the axon of that neuron. Here, this axon of the neuron has a layer called a myelin sheath. And generally, if you look at the way in which the signal is transmitted, it is like this. આવી રીતે signal એનું transmit થશે. Clear? This is the cell body. Here also it is a cell body. So whatever signal comes from the sensory organ, it is received by the dendrites, goes to the axon, and ultimately it reaches to your central nervous system. In this case, whatever signal comes from the central nervous system, it is collected over here, goes to the cell body, and ultimately it reaches to the muscle in order to perform that particular action. Now, in addition to the motor and sensory neuron, there is a third category which is known as a relay neuron. So, as the name indicates, relay. Relay means to transmit from one place to another. So, these neurons are generally used to connect the neurons to other neurons. Clear? So, these are the dendrites of the neuron. This is the cell body. This is the axon, and these are the nerve ending. Clear? So, it can transmit the signal on this side as well as on this side. So, it just transmits the information from one neuron to another neuron. Clear? So, relay neuron to transmit the information from one to another, sensory neuron to get the sense from the sense organ, and ultimately it passes to the central nervous system. A motor neuron, it gets the signal from the central nervous system through the peripheral nerves, and ultimately it is used to excite the muscle in order to perform that particular action. These are called the three major category or three different types of the neuron. Clear? I think today we are ending with this different types of the neuron. We'll continue our discussion about the nervous system in the next lecture as well. You can put your enrollment numbers in the chat box, so at the end I can take the attendance. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Prayag, yes, do you have any query?
Yes, sir.
પૂછો. Yes, please.
Sir, જે તમે કીધું neurotransmitters fluid હોય,
Yes.
તો synovial fluid પણ મેં ક્યાંક સાંભળ્યું, એ બે
Yes,
એક
it
જ?
is synovial fluid. Yes, it is a synovial
Okay,
fluid itself. That is the fluid which is responsible, or which is also known as a neurotransmitter fluid.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you,
it's
sir.
a synovial fluid or synovial fluid. Okay, done.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.